What exactly is BOSSI?
BOSSI is the medium of you knowing you internally to then align yourself externally. If you are the one who is overgiving, you have abandoned yourself. Trust is never lost, it is forgotten.
How do we ensure that we don't go into that down loop that it impact our body organs?
When every emotion is honored, the negative that is stuck in your body will release. You do not manifest what you want, you manifest who you are. Till the time you don't use the choice and choose not to choose, you're still choosing to stay exactly where you are. People say, I don't know what my purpose is. Your purpose is you, and the only way to know you is to go inwards. Start with your children very young and give them the ability to express emotionally and freely. Do not stop them.
Hi everyone, welcome to Stories That Matter, where conversations aren't just heard, they are felt. And thanks for joining me today. Today episode we're going to explore about a very powerful framework called BOSSI. It's not about being how to be a good boss, but it's about being a boss of your soul, your body, and your nervous system. Have you ever felt that you're doing all the inner work, trying all the affirmations, trying to heal yourself and manifest something in life, but something is there which is blocking all your manifestations? If that's the case, then you are at right place. Because today conversation we're going to talk about how a deregulated nervous system can actually block your manifestation. Joining me today is Ruhi Sachar, born in Jagannath Puri, a place known for deep spiritual heritage. She is a psychic, telepathic soul reader, karmic channeler, karmic transmuter, energy alchemist, and she runs a holistic well-being center in Dubai known by Heart of Blessings. And she's here to share some practical tips how to deal with your dense energies, how to raise your personal frequency, and how to communicate with your body effectively. Before we welcome Ruhi on our show, I want every one of you to think about one deep question which I'm going to ask. What is that one thing which is not letting me feel safe to receive things which I have wished in my life? So, without any wait, let's welcome Ruhi on our show, Stories That Matter. Hi, Ruhi. Welcome to Stories That Matter. It's lovely to have you here today.
Hi, Aysha. Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's an honor to be here to share my journey with everybody else, and hopefully, it will be helping everybody to be connected to their body and through the body connection to their soul and have a complete experience on this planet.
You. So, let's start with the key framework which you have been using in your career, BOSSI. What exactly is BOSSI? Could you please simplify in your language what exactly BOSSI is and how it helps?
So, BOSSI actually means body organ system soul integration. And I'll take you through a little journey of what BOSSI is and help you understand that everything that exists within us is in the body itself. You've heard of this phrase that there is no past, there is no future. Why? Because everything is in the present. And what is in the present? It's the body. So your past sits in the body as memory, and the future is what has to be created out of the body, but sometimes comes in through anxiety if you are not centered in your emotions. But the future also exists in the present, because it is in the present that you create the future. So coming back to the fact that the present has the body in it. So everything that you need to connect to understand yourself, to realize how life can be manifested, and to live a higher version of yourself, you have to go through your body. So today I'm just going to go and help you understand your body, see the vehicle that your soul has chosen, and give you the complete experience of knowing that if you're looking for anything in life, it is not going to be found externally. As within, so without. So we go inwards to find what is missing inside of us to ensure that the external life reflects it. So are you ready for BOSSI?
Definitely.
All right.
My audience is all ready.
All right. So as we understand the body, we have 12 organ systems. But not many people understand that the body itself is divided in feminine and masculine. We are aware of it, that, we have feminine traits and masculine. Why? Because in our DNA, we are half DNA of our mother and half father. So it makes sense that we are half feminine and half masculine. Now, the body organ systems are also divided in the feminine and masculine. And these organ systems are further divided into detox systems and energizing systems. And what does this really mean? And how do we align this to emotions and real time? Because we understand body as involuntary systems are working. We really don't pay attention on how the heart is pumping blood in the body, and how circulatory system is working, how digestive system is assimilating and absorbing, how the kidneys are flushing out toxins. That is something we're not really engaging ourselves in, because it is automatically happening. What does that tell you? There is an innate trust that we have within ourselves that the body will function correctly on its own. Just like you sleep at night, you sleep surrendering to the universe, knowing that you will wake up in the morning. So there is an innate trust that we hold. Trust is never lost. It is forgotten. Today, I'm going to take you back into the body and help you bring out that trust once again. We also alienate ourselves with emotions, as emotions are separate, body is separate, mind is separate, experience is separate. But science has proven time and again that everything is interconnected. We are basically atoms vibrating at a certain frequency. The body that looks solid is not really solid, because within the solid, there is atoms who are spaced out from one another. Just to give you an example, just like you see the blades on a chopper, and you see these blades separate. But when you see it moving, you see that it looks like a disc. It looks like one. But if you throw a stone through that disc, you will realize that there is nothing in between. So this is the same example. The body looks solid, and we feel that we are one compressed being. But in reality, we are atoms vibrating. So if you have energy, energy will move through those atoms. Just like the stone will actually go through the disc, but you might look at the disc as being solid, but it was actually separate blades, which at a high speed gave you a solid impression. When you understand the base of the body, that we are just vibrating particles, then you understand the next thing. What happens to the body when you hear terms like my aura is down, or somebody told you your aura is very dense, your energy is really low? What happens actually? Literally what takes place in the body is the atoms that are vibrating at a certain level now are not vibrating at that same energy. They are vibrating at a lower frequency. And that lower frequency makes the body feel more dense, and the vibration goes down, and thus your energy goes down. And why? Because all of life is vibration and frequency. So when your vibration is high, you feel energetic, you feel happy, you feel joyous, you have all the energy as you believe energy to be, and you can do things. But when the vibration goes down, you feel sluggish, slow, tired, you want to rest, and you don't feel the vibe, the motivation and inspiration to do anything. So when we have understood a little about the body, that we are vibrating particles and that we are all about vibration and frequency, we have understood the basic understanding of the body. Another very important thing that we are all aware of, but we don't really question, is you've heard people say, we are energy beings. What does that mean? Well, truly, we are energy in motion. And we've come here to experience the energy in motion through emotions. And emotion is the way the soul has come to experience itself through this body vehicle. And when those emotions vibrate high, we call them emotions of joy, happiness, peace, contentment. You feel in a high vibratory state. When those emotions go low, anger, frustration, sadness, anxiety, you call that the emotional state where you are low. And what happens at that state? because life is vibration and frequency, everything attracts you on a vibration and frequency. So when your vibration is low and your emotion is low, you go down and you start attracting everything on that frequency. And this is where diseases and disorders come, because every disease has a vibration of its own. Because life is vibration and frequency, so everything in life is vibration and frequency. Everything around you, the trees, the animals, the nature itself is vibrating. And of course, like I said, the diseases and disorders that come to you also come at a vibratory positioning. So if you're going to go low, you're going to bring in those vibrations. If you're going to be high, you're going to bring in the higher vibrations. When that has been put in understanding, then where do you come now? You understand the power of choice, which is the ultimate power you use, which is the power of free will. That means I can choose to be happy and keep my vibration high. I can choose to be sad and keep my vibration low. If my vibration goes low, simple understanding, I can get diseases, disorder, virus, bacteria, etc. If my vibration is high, I can be actually manifesting all the abundance and the limitlessness that exists, because we understand that nature is limitless. Everything is there. A bird doesn't think that should I fly in the sky or not, or will I have enough space to fly? It flies freely. Similarly, a little ant on the planet doesn't consider whether I have enough grain to eat. So the abundance of nature is ever existent. It is just up to us to realize it. And when you are in that vibration and frequency, abundance is there for you to magnetize. Coming to the question that you offered to your audience today, that what is it that they would like to manifest in their life? So this is where I go back first to the question, and then I will take you deeper into BOSSI.
Sure.
You do not manifest what you want. You manifest who you are. This we've heard time and again, but we still don't understand it. So what does that mean? When you are at a high frequency, you manifest that. When you're at a low frequency, you manifest that. So sitting in a low frequency with the low emotional state, you cannot manifest abundance. It is impossible, because life is frequency and vibration. So your manifestation is not as per what you want, but who you are. So your state is low, that is what must come to you. If this has been ascertained and very basic understanding of human body and manifestation is understood, I'll take you deeper into what body, organ, system, soul integration is all about.
Well, that's quite a deeper thought which you have shared. It's all about you manifest who you are.
Yes.
But the challenge here is how to stay in that high vibration state all the time. That's
Correct.
the challenge which people face, because you are in an environment which is constantly changing. So the challenge here is how to maintain yourself in that positive environment or positive state of mind. Yes, it's a choice which a person makes at the end of the day, whether to keep staying in that low vibration frequency or to level up. But what is that thing to shift that from low to high? Everyone is aware of this, that yes, we are in a low state. What we need to do at that stage when they are feeling low, when they are in that dense emotional state, what is that thing which will pick them up quickly? Like, is there any trick or tool or something, a thought which can quickly make them think of, okay, yes, this is a state I don't want to be in. Let me do this and I'll quickly raise my vibration so that I can attract abundance, manifestation, or do anything I want in life.
Absolutely. A very good question. A tool that is very known to people, available, but how often do people use it? I'll give you a couple of things that one can do in such a situation. First and foremost, when you are in this situation, what you need to ascertain is the awareness that you are feeling low. That's the first step. Because when the feeling happens, it can really take you into a kind of a loop where you choose to stay there. The awareness means that I am feeling low. The next step instantly is, what are you most passionate about? What is that one thing that you truly like to do? The only way that a change can happen is if you act on it. If we both sit here and speak about everything, but we don't move and act on it, it's not going to play itself out. Just like we've decided to act and clear and put out this podcast to reach out to people, there was work involved in doing this. Similarly, action on awareness is an imperative way for it to come into fruition. So you have to act instantly. And the longer you stay in that vibratory state, the longer it pulls you into it. The passion part of it actually helps you instantly move out. Something like, I love listening to music, so wake up, get up, go listen to music, instantly change by action what you like to do. Step up, go out, have a cup of coffee. Call a friend, talk to a friend and say, I'd like to meet you, I have a situation. Other very normal and instant things is start breathing, because breath is the life force. The minute you breathe in and breathe out, you're starting to instantly bring in energy into your body. The minute that extra energy comes in, the mind can't think, because depression, pain, sorrow, suffering, fear, everything is of the mind. So you have to break the loop of the mind. You break the loop of the mind by breath. So instantly as you breathe, you can't think. And when you can't think, the loop is broken. The minute the loop is broken, you have got that passage to do what you should do. Move into music, step out of the house, call a friend, or simply walk yourself into the sea. Your aura instantly cleanses with sea water. One of the rituals I say is go anti-clockwise in the sea, standing, say, I let go what I don't need. Go clockwise in the sea, saying, I bring in what I need. So commands help you, because you then bring in the universal support and say, I'm aware I'm feeling low. I need external support to help me. Why do we have to command? Because by the law of the free will, we cannot have anybody in the unseen support us till the time we ask for help. And finally, you dip in the sea and integrate it. You can do 11 rounds anti-clockwise, 11 clockwise, and 11 dips in the sea. This has instantly changed your auric space, and you feel far more clearer. We have to get rid of the low vibration through many ways. Another beautiful way is walk yourself into nature. You've heard about grounding. You understand by now that we are electrical and magnetic, and that is why your aura, what you understand, aura is your electromagnetic field that is actually moving out and spreading. If you hold a good aura, you enter a space, people notice you, people feel your energy. And sometimes when you enter a space, your aura picks up other people's aura and you might actually feel low. So this is what I will tell you in the body organ system. So instantly when you go in and ground yourself and sit on Mother Earth, the electromagnetic field instantly starts aligning. And you give a command again, every heavy energy that I have held in my body. And why earth? Because you're made of 5 elements of earth, and earth is constituting of all of that. So the 5 elements instantly align. And as they align, you give the command that whatever doesn't serve me, I return it back to Mother Earth. And I ask that this energy be transmuted. Why do you give that command? Because energy is not created or destroyed, it is only transmuted. So the minute you transmute that energy, you can transform it and send it back to you as lighter energy. And so you imagine this energy going into earth, and you bring in light energy up through your body, and instantly, and through your chakra, through your spinal column, you see the energy returning back and opening up your entire 7 chakras, from your root going up to your sacral, to your solar, to your heart, throat, your third eye, and the crown chakra, and make a bubble around yourself, hold in this new energy. The instant shift will make you feel so energized. Equally, you can go to a tree and put your palm on the tree and ask the tree to absorb negativity, because trees absorb your negativity. These are very instant methods to bring you back into alignment. Once you're out of the grab of the mind that was pulling you down, energized into your breath again, clarity starts coming in, because breath is your soul that is sitting in your body and experiencing itself through the body. So the minute you call in more of your soul, your body feels energized again. And you can say, I call in the highest part of my soul to step into my body, to feed my brain, support my heart, fill my body. And when that happens, your body feels energized. These are instant, immediate tips that are available to anybody in their space, and they can instantly do it. And there are many more aspects as we go down. I can explain to you how to actually even start a day on a very good note, so that the energy of the day has already been predetermined. So even when low energies are coming in, you are already equipped and have already commanded to be on a high energy, so the low doesn't touch you. Now we understand the body, and the body is made of trillions of cells. We also understand that the body never lies, because your trillion cells don't lie. Just when you go and enter a particular place and you meet somebody and you say, you know what, I don't like this person, you suddenly feel, I don't know why, but I don't even know the person and I don't like them. Well, that's an instant vibratory mismatch, which means that your body vibration is saying, I don't match here, don't go here. You can dip into your frequency. What does the mind say? Why are you being so mean? That's such a bad thing to think about a person you don't know. Go be with the person. So instantly you negated your body and you went to the mind. Your frequency dipped. Now, on the other hand, if we start listening to the body and actually understanding that it is the mind and the path to the soul, we are just making our life more simpler. We are understanding that we have a greater mechanism that is speaking the truth to us. So why are we lost in the mind and continuously in the patterns and the loop, when we have a system within us that is continuously showing us the path? How does the body now function? The body is talking to us, but you can't talk back to the body if you don't know what's happening in the body, and if you don't even understand what the body is. So this is where BOSSI comes in. Now, BOSSI is beautifully divided, going back into the feminine and masculine, and our DNA split of mother and father. It is beautifully divided in the feminine and masculine. The first four organs of BOSSI that we connect to are the reproductive system. The reproductive system is the first organ of the feminine structure. And the reproductive system is all about creation. So when your creation is not held up, not working correctly, pardon me, and when you feel that I am creating, but I don't see it manifesting in reality, there's something within your reproductive system and the creative part of you that is not able to completely release itself or blossom, which means that we have beliefs. Now, beliefs make reality. We've heard this. What are these beliefs? These beliefs sit in our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is 1,000,000 times faster than our conscious mind. By default, the larger processor is going to work. This is simple science. Everybody understands. And the subconscious has default information in it. So whether you like it or not, it's like a computer system. The default information is going to play itself out. Unless if you don't like the programming of the default, you change the programming. So when the default is going to work, you understand that even if consciously I'm going to try a lot of things, the default system is going to still play out. I have to go and make the correction in the default, not in the 10%. So if consciously you're doing a lot of things, meditations, breath work, manifestation, but the default program is sitting on a belief system that holds you back from creation, you will do all the work, but you will not see it in fruition in reality. This is where frustration and questions come in. I'm doing everything, but I don't see it happening. Why? When we start working with the body organ systems, we go to the deepest belief to understand what belief has held you here to not allow you to move into creation. When your creation is held up, what happens? The next system is the muscular system. Your movement is working towards something that is still not allowing you to create. So you're not creating from the base creation that is giving you the ability to blossom. You are creating from an aspect of creation which is already sitting in a misinformed, distorted space of being. So you cannot create from a negative a positive. A negative can breed negative, a positive can breed positive. The third system is receiving respiratory system. You can't receive if your entire system is blocked. And the fourth system of the foundation system is the lymphatic system, which is to cleanse everything out. So your entire feminine system, if not anchored correctly, is already founded on a system where creation itself is not aligning. Now, taking you back into your question of feminine, and how a dysfunctional feminine looks like. A dysfunctional feminine is one where the woman is not able to nurture herself, not able to nourish herself, not able to understand that she is the creation itself. Everything comes from her. So the foundation of femininity has to be where you look into yourself. If you are the one who is overgiving, you have abandoned yourself. Why? Because by the law of the universe, life has to work through balance. If you don't balance, nature will balance. So if you're an overgiver, who are you going to bring in your paradigm? A taker. And when you bring in a taker, what happens? You complain, I give so much, I do so much, but nobody gives me back. So this is a dysfunctional feminine who's overdoing, overpleasing, overgiving, because she's seeking validation externally.
So that's a wounded feminine
Yes,
aspect.
yes. And when she is over, in the over aspect of it, it causes dysfunctionality because she is giving outside but not filling her cup. So if she's not filling her cup, how is it going to manifest for her? She's emptying herself, draining herself. So on an empty cup, you can't be filling somebody else's cup and giving them what they need. So the feminine herself now doesn't understand that she's functioning from a dysfunctional space, and she keeps looking for the masculine who's supposed to fill her up, the external that you will give me.
Yeah.
Let's go into the masculine and understand that what happens with this masculine. How does the body play out in the masculine organ system? The masculine organ systems work through the digestive system, which is all about digestion and assimilation. So you're digesting something which is already dysfunctional. You get me? Because the masculine is anchored in the feminine. What is it going to do to you? It is further going to add to the dysfunctionality. Then you're trying to get into the integumentary system. Your barriers are in the wrong place. You go into the immune system. You are protecting when you are, that means fighting. Why do you have to protect something not coming from a place of knowingness, but from a place of fear? And finally, you end up in the excretory system because the incorrect spacing is happening in the body, you can't let go. So you're holding on to something and you're protecting something that you should actually be letting go. So there is a dysfunctional masculine that plays out in the feminine, actually depending on the external masculine who's now not able to give you anything. So you're looking at a dysfunctional masculine in your space. I'm expecting my husband to show up for me, give me, stand up for me, honor me. But he is anyway reflecting a dysfunctional masculine because you've come from a dysfunctional feminine. So he's not able to give you what you want. He's not able to stand up for you. And you're not able to understand this. So this reflection plays out. So we need to correct this in the body. Firstly, through these organ systems. And then finally, we come into the energizing systems, which is the endocrine system, which is the feminine energizing, where you energize and balance yourself out. Your foundation is the skeletal system, where you understand if the feminine is wrong, the masculine cannot be right. So the feminine has to feed herself, to fill her cups, to choose herself, to give herself love. And from that steps in the masculine, which is the nervous system, where we then communicate correctly with ourselves, and the circulatory system, which then circulates the correct circulation, which is the energizing of the masculine, which means that when you talk healthy to yourself, when you give yourself love, when you say that I am the power, I hold everything within me, I am all of creation, and I am love, then you are circulating positivity. So positivity cannot come externally. A man cannot come and give you love, affection, and choose you up until you don't choose yourself, because only when you choose yourself is when the other is looking and choosing you. So this is a deep understanding that you get within you. So when your internal organ systems are not aligned, your external cannot align. And we keep looking for the external to fill us up. And that never happens, because it is as within, so without. But when you go outside to fill yourself up, you've completely emptied yourself. And that's how you will see a lot of people in the matrix, corporates, and a lot of people who've had a lot of achievements and accomplishments. But they say that I still don't feel the happiness and the contentment, because they went externally to fill themselves through all what the matrix can give you. And they hope that would give them joy and peace. But when they got all the money and the power, they still felt that they were empty within, because they had not done the internal work to reflect externally. So BOSSI is the medium of you knowing you internally to then align yourself externally. And when you have internalized yourself completely and through your body, your understanding of you is complete. And then when you go out in the world, you are standing for yourself as the boss of your life. And that's how the word BOSSI steps in. And I believe that is the path for every person to know themselves, integrate in themselves, and honor themselves, and honor this vehicle that we've come here to experience life through. So BOSSI is the way to go for each person in the honor of their own soul journey for themselves through their body.
How will a person identify, yes, they are misaligned or their nervous system is not functioning to the optimum capacity? Let's say they say, like, my nervous system is not ready to receive what I'm intent to go for or what I wish for. How a person can identify that, yes, I'm not in aligned with what I should be doing.
So, life is always reflecting to you. Your relationships, be it your personal relationships, be it your relationships with your work and with your friends, everything is giving you an understanding of yourself. If you are seeing that your body is feeling aligned in every relationship, your nervous system is regulated and aligned to yourself and your own unique truth. But when you see your relationships are not functioning in accordance, and you see that you are continuously feeling left out, unattended, unasked for, unheard, unseen in different relationship statuses, that is already telling you that the disharmony is within you. Your nervous system is regulated to different aspects that are not in alignment to your soul, and that reflection is showing you that the information that is flowing in the body is incorrect. So there is a difference between what you feel and what is actually happening in the body. And this is the difference between the beliefs that are playing out and the spirit that is aligning you to itself. So this is where you do the belief work and actually understand there is something stopping me from regulating my nervous system in alignment to my soul. I have to go and do the belief work to understand why these issues are playing out in my life, because these issues are clearly showing me there is a problem. Same way the body shows you a problem through pain. If you don't have pain, you might actually sit with an ailment which might become really critical at a point where it can't be healed. So pain works as a mechanism to guide you to yourself. Similarly, these reflections in life of relationships are only guiding you. They're learning lessons. They're teaching you. If you take it as a pressure and become a victim to it and see it as, I'm choiceless in this relationship, I'm the one paying a price, bad is happening to me, I don't know what to do, you have not anchored into the choice. So the power of the choice always stays. But if you take it as a learning lesson, people have come here to teach me, and I must align and become a better version of myself. You've taken the positivity, you're receiving from it, and you're already working into integrating and regulating your nervous system in alignment to your soul. Only when your nervous system is in alignment to the blueprint of your soul do you feel peace, contentment, calmness, and joy within yourself. That is when you're flowing. And when you're internally flowing, you will externally show it in your life. There will be grace in every aspect of your life. This is when you know that your nervous system is in alignment to your soul blueprint. And you're in your path of your journey. And your soul is speaking to you through the intuition that is your GPS system. So as your GPS continuously is trying to tell you, walk this path, that is the way you follow. Those are the senses you follow to ensure that as long as you walk that path, everything else will walk around it and play itself around it.
Beautiful way of capturing that essence of how to balance that aspect and take care of that aspect.
Yes, we all have the guidance. No one is more spiritual or less spiritual because we are spirits having a human experience. You are either balanced or imbalanced. You have to understand the balance that is missing within you and bring it to alignment. And once you start doing that and take yourself as your purpose, your destination, and your goal, then everything will start aligning to you. There is nothing external outside of you that you have to go achieve, accomplish, but yourself. And that is the only takeaway I give to everybody from this talk, that we keep wondering and asking ourselves that, people say, I don't know what my purpose is. Your purpose is you. Recognize you, understand you, know you. And the only way to know you is to go inwards. And the only way to know yourself is through the body, because your body is continuously speaking your truth. So the more and more you choose your body, but we tend to choose the body only through eat right, exercise right, and sometimes even think right. But the one thing that we disengage from is emotions. The only way you can connect to yourself truthfully, honestly, is through your emotions, energy in motion. And when you are honest with your emotions, when you speak your truth to yourself, when you understand no emotion is right or wrong, anger is not bad, and happiness is not good. Every emotion is a state of being, of experiencing yourself through the duality and polarity of life. Then you will start honoring every emotion. And when every emotion is honored, the negative that is stuck in your body will release and reveal itself. What is revealed must release itself. This is how, when we go back to the first question you asked, that how do I come back to a vibration and feel good? You must acknowledge your emotions. Every low emotion is teaching you, and that there is nothing wrong. If you feel sad, feel it to the hilt till you feel no more. If you feel angry, feel it to the hilt. Only thing is, ensure that that feeling doesn't lead to you interacting with others, because then it will bring in a reaction from somebody else where you might land in a situation which is not conducive. So don't be angry to go and fight with somebody, but you have a right to be angry and release that anger through different modalities. And once that is released, the body comes into coherence within itself. So you have to acknowledge all your emotions to come to balance. And that is the key takeaway. Acknowledging that emotion is going to ensure the balance. And that balance is the energy in motion, the emotion in balance. And thus, when you are not balanced, emotionally held up, it's like a drain, a pipe that is stuck with so much garbage. What does it do? It doesn't let energy move. That is what you become, a congested vehicle with clogged energy. But the minute you have acknowledged that emotion, you are a vehicle where the energy is moving cleanly and clearly. And every energy that starts moving in, the body raises in vibration. Again, you're back to joy and happiness, and the movement becomes easier. So the flow has to be maintained, and the flow can be maintained only by acknowledging your emotions, releasing the heavy emotions in grace, gratitude, by embracing it. It was there to teach you, and allowing the frequency of high to come, because you have come here to have a life of fun, joy, and adventure. You are here to experience life abundantly, freely. And that is the essence of your soul, love. So, suffering is a choice when you choose not to choose love.
Yeah,
And you
true.
have the ability to move away from suffering to joy in every moment of your life by embracing your emotions, embracing your truth, and being honest. And if every child was taught that crying is not bad, that anger is not wrong, but allow a child at a very young age, and this is the message I want to give children, start with your children very young and give them the ability to express emotionally and freely. Do not stop them, because the minute you stop them, you have suppressed their emotion. And when you come from authority and suppress a child, they have closed themselves down. And that is where the entire journey of the body suppressing and holding itself begins. And the body comes into complete closure. And by the time you've become an adult, you are sitting on suppressed emotions, not able to understand your own self, and disconnected with yourself and your body. So the way parents can really help their child is be curious about your child, about their emotions. And every time that a child comes to you with a certain emotion, try to understand it and honor their anger as much as you honor and praise them for their good choices. And show them the path, but do not disengage and tell them, don't do this, this is wrong. There is nothing right or wrong in this experience of life. It is only an experience. So enjoy every experience and let your child experience themselves freely. That is the greatest gift you can give a child. A happy child is a happy adult.
Yeah, very well said. I think if we set that notion at the base when they are growing up at that stage itself, then when they reach to the adult stage, that they are much sorted.
Yes.
I want you to practically give away to our listeners some tip when they are actually feeling that anger, intense anger, or maybe they are feeling overwhelmed. Like, I understand that you've said we need to sit with it.
Yes.
We need to sit with our emotions and feel it to the extent. But how do we ensure that, yes, when we are sitting, we don't go into that down loop, that it helps or impact our body organs? Do you have something to share with our listeners around it?
So, anger has to release from the body. One of the ways is to actually scream it out of the body because it has to find a gateway. It is such heavy, volatile energy sitting in you. It must release. So, you hear people saying that actually scream out. So, go in underwater. Water reflects emotions. Go into the pool, scream it out. Go into the sea, scream it out. Go hold yourself into the pillow. These simple things have to be done as a medium because you have to give the passage of an emotion to move out. It is stuck in the body. So the passage has to be through the physical, through the body itself. Similarly, sadness, you have to cry it out. You should cry it out because the heart heals through crying. If you hold it, it holds in that energy center. So crying really helps out. Do not judge yourself whilst, emoting yourself because you have to find a way through the body. You have to release the body of these emotions. So release has to be an effort that you make. Just like I said, it should be done independently and by yourself because this is where you don't want somebody else to judge you or see you in a very vulnerable way that they feel that you give them the power to see you in a different way when you're not ready for yourself to stand up for you. So do not make it public. Do not do it in places where it can bring you into a situation. But definitely you have to find your own way. You're unique in your signature. There is no way right or wrong. As long as it is not detrimental to somebody else, your way is the right way. Even if you scream, shout, and even, you have these areas where you actually go and anger management does some of the places where you hit things to remove anger. It's totally fine. These are tools to help you release. Just find these tools, find your way which is true to you, and just go follow that path. And that is your truth you owe to yourself. You cannot put yourself in any typical way or line and say, I should be doing it this way. Just like your iris and your fingerprints are unique to you, your energy signature is unique to you, your expression is unique to you. There is no other Aysha in this world as you because nobody has the same imprint or the upbringing or the experience. So you cannot compare yourself to anybody else. Your comparison is only to you. You're not competing or proving to anybody else. So when you realize that, you also find the path that is unique to you, the tool that works for you. And this is where you step in to actually, again, go back into the fact that be aware there is a problem.
Yeah.
That awareness and actually allowing yourself to see that I am not feeling okay and I need help is the most powerful awakened space you can be in because God helps those who help themselves. Only when you're willing to see you need help and ask for help can help reach you, because by the law of the universe you cannot be helped till you ask for help. That is the gift of free will. So you have to recognize you need help, you have to ask for help, and then you have to walk towards that help and give yourself that help. That is the path. You have to do the work yourself to be where you have to be. And that cannot be taken away, and that cannot be minimized either. As much as your pain is real, as much you have to pull yourself out of that pain and put yourself into pleasure, because you have been given the choice. And till the time you don't choose the choice and choose not to choose, you're still choosing to stay exactly where you are, in stagnation, choicelessness, and helplessness. And if you choose to stay there, then nothing shifts if you don't shift. It's a simple analogy I will give. I have an iPhone. I bring it, I keep it on the table. But if I choose not to use it and put it on my phone, put it on my ears and use it as a phone and make a call, I cannot use it as a communication channel. It will have all its worth and value, at the same time be negated on its worth and value if I don't put it to use. You have to put your will to use.
Yeah.
And that is how it works for you. Otherwise, it sits with zero effect on you. You stay stagnant in that energy. Nothing moves, nothing changes. If you don't bring the shift doesn't happen. You are the power, you are the shift.
Ruhi, you have simplified this to a very granular level. But how would Ruhi start her day? I want to ask, like, how do you start your day?
Such a beautiful question. And I believe everybody should do the same. So, when you wake up in the morning, firstly, always ensure that you turn sideways and then wake up. Never wake up straight on your back, because you can jerk your back, and the body has to wake up with ease because you've been sleeping for a very long time. This allows your nervous system to now move from a relaxed state and slowly into action, and not a sudden movement. Secondly, put your left foot down and then put your right foot down. The left foot is anchoring you into your foundation. That's the feminine. Everything is held by the feminine itself. The universe works on the foundation of the feminine, and the masculine anchors in it. And then your right foot down. When you have put both your foot down on the ground, you have anchored yourself now on earth. You're ready to stand in your power. So with your feet on the ground, you don't have to stand up yet. You start by blessing yourself. Why? Because you've chosen to come on this earthly plane and experience yourself through this body. And you have taken a very brave move to step in to this earth school that we all understand is a school where we've come here to evolve, grow, and learn about ourselves. And why is that? Because we chose as souls to come here and forget who we are. And then the process was to remember, bring back everything of ourselves and integrate into the soul, the spirit that we are, and bring our evolution as the spirit having a human experience into fruition. When you've done that, you have given gratitude to yourself. And as you give gratitude to yourself, you start by giving a command to the universe that I am very grateful for the experience that I have chosen to have on this planet. I'm deeply grateful for the fact that I've woken up to have another beautiful day and the ability to have the free will to be a co-creator with the life force itself and to start my day creating beautifully. Oh universe, bless me with the best and give me the confidence, the guidance, and the peace within myself that I can now start my journey wishing well for myself and holding myself in the highest frequency. Imagine that a white light from the Creator just washes away everything and holds you in that light. Now imagine what your day is going to be. Bless yourself and expand this energy from your heart to your home. Bless your home. Bless your family, your spouse, your children, your parents. Even if they are in a different country, send the white light to them, to your parents, to your children, to your siblings, send them all. As you continue, send your light now to the work, to your office, to everybody who will be at the office. And before that, send it to your vehicle that will take you to the office. And send your entire day, any meetings you have lined up, anything that you have chalked up, send light before you reach. What happens is that you're saying that Aysha is entering the space in her vibration, in her frequency. Anything less than Aysha's frequency must go down. Whatever doesn't match her frequency dissolves, and her frequency lights the light. So you have already lit the path for the day. And as you do that, you've already commanded that anything lower than your frequency cannot reach you. The power of command is above everything in the universe. When you command in power, it must be honored by the universe. That shows that you stand in your light, that shows that you stand in your boundaries, that you're aware of your power. And when you in power give that command out, that power must be reciprocated with honor and grace, because you are the power of the light force itself. So that power must get its due back, which also means that you have understood yourself at the highest level. The honor that you give yourself must be reciprocated by the universe, because all of life is a mirror, a reflection. As you see yourself, that is what must reflect back. And as you've given this power out and sent the light out, you will actually notice that your entire day goes in great vibration and frequency and happiness, because the command has been set. You will meet the people who align with you. The day will go effortlessly. You'll come back feeling energized. And at night, just before you sleep, give gratitude for the day. See how the day went back. A simple tool that I also say is that ask yourself a number between 0 to 100. And the first number that comes to you, see what this number resonates. If a number is 75 and above, that means that 75% of your soul has anchored into your body, has been leading the day for you. If not, then just do a simple prayer and say, I call in the highest part of my soul to feed my brain, to support my heart, to fill my body. And allow the soul self to step into your body, and then give a command at the end of the day that as I rest, may my body align to my highest soul frequency, and may any frequency lower than that move away from the atomic level of my body, and my body come back to balance. And why is that important? Because the body heals at night as you sleep. So when you have also aligned and given a command for the body to heal, the body must listen to your commands, and your trillion cells must listen to you. So the entire day and night has been beautifully chalked out for you. And the next day when you wake up, you again start your journey with gratitude. An additional tip I can give you here is, if you have a question that you want to know and you have been worried and you don't know that should I do this or not, and the day it's been bothering you, I am kind of confused in my decision, put this as the last question in your mind before you sleep. And when that question is there, and the first thing in the morning you wake up, you will have your answer. And you will know exactly what choice to make, what direction to take, and what is the path that is calling you.
It works.
100%. Because when you have given yourself so much clarity, during the night when you sleep, the mind's charter is gone. What creates confusion, doubt, fear is the mind. When the mind's charter is shut and you are in the frequency of the soul, and you have given the last question to the soul, the mind takes time to wake up. But the soul is up before. It's always there with you. So the soul will give you the answer before the chatter of the mind can confuse you. And that answer is the true answer. You work towards that answer. Don't worry about the how. You've got your answer. Trust in that. And take that answer as your definite direction, and everything else will start aligning, because you have to first align to the decision. Once you've aligned to the decision, the path will play itself out. But when the mind is shut, the soul is awake, and the answers are all there waiting for you to be received. It's not that you don't have it and you don't know it. You're not in the frequency to receive it.
Wow, wonderful. What an amazing, incredible way to start your day in power.
Yes.
In your own power, and then end with gratitude. And the best thing I think which you have added over here to end your day is ending your day with a question for which you want an answer. So yeah, I think that's really incredible. I think when the soul, that's, as you said, the soul is what will be on all the time and will
Yes.
help you to get clarity as you sleep.
It's always awake.
Yeah.
It's just that the mind chatter and the external noise has become so loud that the voice of your soul just becomes dim. But the minute you energize it, you will be listening to the intuition or the gut that we call.
Thanks for sharing your insights, Ruhi. I just want you to summarize whatever we had this amazing conversation today to our listeners. Like, what's the key takeaway you want our listeners to take today?
Thank you so much, Aysha, for having me. It's been an honor. At the end of the day, I'm going to just tell you this to all the audience. Thank you for your presence. The power, the choice lies with you. Everything is the foundation within you. You are your own foundation. As long as you give yourself the love, the care, the understanding, and choose yourself, The universe will be choosing you. As you choose you, others choose you. Stay focused on yourself. Stay focused on giving yourself the love, trust, and faith. Faith is an inherent aspect that lives within us. Faith over fear. Just choose your body over your mind and your soul over your body. Your journey is from the mind to the body to the soul. When you do that, you understand that you're walking the path of spirituality and living your true essence of the spirit having a human experience. I hope you
Wow.
enjoyed this
Wonderful.
conversation, and I'm leaving you here, and I'll be very happy if any questions come up, and I'm deeply grateful for this opportunity to reach out, and deeply grateful to you for asking me these brilliant questions and helping the audience understand themselves at a deeper level.
I'm sure my listeners will definitely have, something good to take away from our conversation we had today, and the tools and techniques which you have shared, which my listeners are definitely going to use it. Thanks for sharing them.
And all the best to stories. I hope you continue sharing your stories and reaching out to the world.
And
All the best.
Thanks for sharing your story at Stories That Matter.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Aysha.